This morning, right now, I am here to present the ICL Distinguished Alum Award. This award recognizes an alum who has selflessly demonstrated exceptional collaborative and facilitative leadership in achieving extraordinary things in Maine. It is my pleasure to present this award to Shenna Bellows. As current Secretary of State, the first woman sworn in to serve in this role, former Executive Director of the ACLU and the Holocaust Rights Center, and State Senator, she has always worked towards securing and protecting human rights. She was a leader in the Maine Choice Coalition, Coalition for Maine Women, and Mainers for United Marriage. As many of you will remember from your own experiences, ICL challenges us to step up to our leadership potential, to think outside of the box, to follow our principles, to bring others along with us on that journey, and to travel that long, sometimes difficult path to make our visions real. Shenna has worked with courage and compassion throughout her career to recognize the issues, acknowledge the injustices, work collaboratively with key stakeholders, and use her facilitative leadership skills to drive change. She has dedicated most of her career to advancing civil liberties and civil rights and fervently believes, quote, "There's nothing more important than the integrity of our elections and citizen participation in our democracy," end quote. She knows, in the ICL way, that change happens through the heads, hearts, and hands of the people who will make it so, and that we have to protect their right to engage as well as provide strong pathways for full engagement. Shenna, with my deepest thanks for your contribution to Maine and in recognition of the leadership principles that permeate your life and your work. Congratulations on being chosen as the ICL Distinguished Alum of 2021. Now over to Lelia and Lisa, who were classmates of Shenna. Thank you.
One of my most vivid and fond memories of ICL was going on Outward Bound and the ropes course. Becoming comfortable with being vulnerable and letting myself experience a little bit of fear and then pushing past that fear, that had such a powerful impact on me. And that lesson is something I've brought with me into my work, that when you're a little bit scared, when you're on that edge, that's when the learning happens, and you push through it, and that you can have amazing results.
Somewhere towards the end of it, one of the tasks or exercises was to think about your vision statement. And then we got to Shenna, who was probably in her maybe early 30s at the time, and she stood right up with full confidence and said, "I am going to be an elected leader in this state." And we all sort of just looked at each other like, who is this young woman?
The thing I think that really captures the ICL spirit is that idea of taking leadership position from multiple perspectives or positions. So, leading beside you as a colleague and encouraging you and helping you understand where to go, and being a partner in leadership. And then partly because she's modest and because she's practical, she is happy to step back and come from behind and help people and support them. And then when there are gaps, she is right up front taking the lead. I thought about the Secretary of State strictly in terms of voting rights and maintaining the legalities of elections. She's in charge of the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, and here's a person who is bringing a racial equity or a social justice and equity lens to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. And I don't know that many people would think about that, but the implications for people who are BIPOC, people who are poor, people who've had experience with incarceration, their experience as immigrants and refugees. And, Shenna becomes Secretary of State and brings a social justice lens to who gets to get a license, and how are people talking to you when you try to get service, and are we a welcoming and open organization?
Collaborative learning was another lesson of ICL. As Secretary of State, I am serving on a national bipartisan task force on vote verification to look at post-election audits and how do we ensure the integrity of our elections. That was so useful to me in having conversations with Republican secretaries of state from across the country, from Louisiana, from Kansas, and we came up with unanimous recommendations. I think my ICL facilitators would have been extraordinarily proud, as would have the Republican members of my small group work, because I learned from both of them and built those collaborative skills.
That's incredibly courageous and putting yourself out there, being vulnerable, and then each step along the way, really incredibly courageous and inspiring.
Thank you so much, Jan, the entire leadership team at Maine Development Foundation, the friends and colleagues who nominated me, Lelia and Lisa. Those were phenomenal things that you had to say about me. I am so grateful. I could name the entire Xi class because those friendships and relationships have endured. That is one of the most special aspects of the ICL experience. I would not be Secretary of State today without some of that foundational leadership development that ICL provided so long ago. And I am so incredibly grateful that this opportunity continues for Maine leaders all across our state today in these most challenging of times. So I'm giving everyone a great big hug, even though we're remote. I feel that warmth, that friendship, that connection, and I am so incredibly humbled and honored to receive this. I feel like I owe so much to ICL and to MDF and to the network of friends who have helped me be Maine's first female Secretary of State and win this award tonight. Thank you.
Hello to everyone at the Maine Development Foundation. My name is Kate Knox, and on behalf of myself and my colleagues at Bernstein Sure, we're here to offer our heartfelt congratulations to Secretary of State Shenna Bellows on her receipt of the ICL Distinguished Alumni Award. Now, I've worked with Shenna in many ways over many years, and so when I heard she was being honored with this award, I knew that we had to be part of her congratulations. Now, those of you who have worked with Shenna over the years, as I have, know that she is a tireless advocate. She is passionate about what she does, and she works hard every day to make Maine a more just and equitable place. As a state senator, in her role at the ACLU, Learning Works, in just everything she does, she puts her whole heart and soul into her work, and we are so lucky to have her here in Maine. So Shenna, congratulations on receiving this award. We're so excited for you. I can't think of anyone else more deserving, and I can't wait to celebrate with you in person. Congratulations.